We're in Tahiti, baby. Let's do this thing. This is the moment I've been waiting for. All right. I am ready. I'm with them. Yeah. Here we go. Stuff doesn't happen often. Thank you. Thank you. Look at us. Look at us. Look how cute we are. Yay. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We're gonna come down for you guys and get the reflection off the pool. How's that? Get your leaning palm into it. And there is a beautiful pool front right here in Tahiti. And of course the view of the hotel from the pool at night. Flyover of the InterContinental Tahiti Hotel, and actually it's just a sign. We could show you a little bit how cool this place is. So here's the main swimming pool area here. This is a very shallow pool here, deeper pool right there, and there's a big waterfall here, and this is where all the dining happens, the tiki bar. This is where you play football here or over here. And we got yelled at for playing football here. Or I got yelled at. Now what's interesting about this is this beautiful feature here in the middle. There's this little island you can walk out to. There's actually a bridge crossing here now. And you can sit under these palms, dive into this water very carefully because it's rather shallow. All kinds of reef coral that they're growing on these rocks here, and there's pipes that go way out here. I swam and looked at them that takes seawater under this bridge and drops it into here, into the lagoon, where there's this beautiful aquarium of fish. This bridge now and the bridge that's now here separate with screen this area. They allow the sea turtles to have this to themselves with no people. They even have a little pen of sea turtles over here. And then where the cold water, you see this guy right here looking down at the fish. That's because they congregate in this area where the fresh seawater comes in. So that's really beautiful. And then what you can do is you can climb down here off this bridge, go for a big open water swim, like I did today, all the way around through here. Have to be careful of a little bit of coral getting in. Don't want to kick it or anything. And then when you come around here, it's all sand. So you come around here and then get out. There's a little ladder right here. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. There's a beach over here. And then here is the dive shop where they can take you on diving expeditions. We didn't do that. But this was all coral reef originally. And they did all this development here. So none of this used to be ocean. But it's kind of arguable, you know, what whole world's becoming man-made to a certain extent. I'd argue here it's better than the natural environment, but at least for our use. But yeah, there is a moral dilemma there, isn't there? Anyway, that's the InterContinental Tahiti Hotel overview. All right, here we are downstairs. It's really early. No one's awake yet. Something that's really interesting here, they use these privacy screens to divide areas up. And they do it with this really interesting wood. It's real wood. It doesn't look real, but it is. And they've stripped back all the bark and cut them. You can see there's a natural crack. Every one of these things is unique. So I'm wondering what kind of wood this is. I really like it. It's kind of cool and artistic and sort of modern looking. Isn't that fun? And of course, they have this crazy big buffet here. They had a really big buffet yesterday. It was Sunday. But lots of great food. But we're most concerned about the gardens. Let's go check it out. Hello. Let's check this place out. There's the beautiful infinity edge pool. Some dude doing early morning laps out there. Done a few laps myself. Here's the waterfall. It's only about 5 feet deep, so it's not something you want to do backflips off of. Maybe belly flops, certainly not straight dives or even jumps unless you're really inclined to brake hard quickly. But there's your Livistona chinensis. Now look here. What's interesting on this island are these here. You'd think this is a queen palm. It's not. This is a palm from Madagascar. I'm not sure which one, but this is a dipsis of some sort. Somebody will know what this is. They're very straight, 6 to 12 inches diameter. Rings are really tightly, arranged, meaning it's not a very fast drawer, I would think, because every one of those is a frond. So it's got to get a foot. It's got to get like 8 or 9 frond. Here it's probably a fast grower. Bromeliads, Bucarnia. This is cool. Look at this. Look at this. This is some sort of Dracaena, but it's not your average Dracaena. It's got a fatter trunk, bigger fronds. I would be really tempted to take a little piece of this home and see if I could root it, if I could somehow do that, which is a challenge because of import laws and regulations and restrictions. There's a palm over here I really want to show you, and I showed you from my balcony. Of course, you've got your token travelers palms everywhere you go in the tropics these days because they're such a crowd pleasers. Look at this. It's also native to Madagascar. Wonderful plant. Everyone trips out on those things. Even people that don't even notice plants are like, Gary, what is that? Can I grow that? Southern California you can grow them okay. Northern California you really can't grow them hardly at all. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. All right, who's gonna tell me what this is? This is amazing. I can't believe they hid this thing on the back here where nobody sees it. This is the coolest palm here. Look how big the frond is. The frond itself is probably 8 feet across. Let me get my head in here, you can see. All right, as luck would have it, I dropped the camera, so we're gonna restart the video on this most wondrous palm. Luckily, the camera was fine after landing on those rocks. Don't know how that happened, but it did. And here I am. So let's put my head in here. You can see how pretty it is compared to me. There, pretty good contrast. Beautiful palm, ugly green go, and you can also see like how big it is compared to my ginormous skull bucket. So brain bucket, and yeah, look at this thing. But here's the most wondrous part of this plant. This swirl effect is absolutely insane. I just can't get over it. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop obsessing about it. I can't stop wanting it. Look at this. Just goes all the way up. It's an amazing pattern. I think most palms truly do swirl. You just don't notice it. I've seen it happen on lots of different ones. So kind of the pattern, the leaf pattern goes up in the swirl pattern. But I've never seen anything like this. This is like a full-on toilet bowl swirl. Like a swirly, like the kind they give you in college at your fraternity on your birthday. I luckily avoided that. I was like made sure to not be around the house on that day because I did not want my head going in that toilet, especially that toilet. But yeah, it's like a toilet swish swirl. I wonder if it's opposite in the northern hemisphere. Right now we're in the southern hemisphere. But you can just see how beautiful it is. Here's the new spikes coming out. The frond itself has this really interesting kick to it. A little wave curl. Comes out and just goes whoosh. See the whoosh? It's like a curling wave. And they're absolutely huge. I don't know. What's funny about this plant is they hid it way in the back here behind the tiki bar where no one's going to see it. This should be out front and center. Maybe they didn't know how cool it was going to be. There's actually 3 of them here that I've discovered, and they're nowhere else on the property. I don't think I've ever seen this palm. I don't know if I've seen this even at the Fairchild in Florida, where all the palms are. They must have it at the Montgomery Center. I just maybe didn't notice it. Here's a young one. So it is kind of interesting when it's young, but it doesn't truly show itself off what its true potential is. Here's a new big frond coming out, giving you a little bit of a hint as to what it will be someday when it's a big, beautiful boy. So this is kind of a good example that when you want to get these rare palms, you really don't know what you're going to get until you wait around for a few years. Here's Kitty. Hello. How are you? Hi. You gonna come show us your palm collection? You need to come show us your palm tree collection? Yeah. What kind of palm is this? How do you spell that? Do you know where it's from? You look like a tiger to me. You look more like a tiger than a kitty cat. Hi. Yeah, you're a fun one, huh? All right. I love your place. Okay, back to the tree. So there's another really little one over here, now that we have our friend with us. Here it is. You can see a little bit of the coloration down there, but you would never know how cool this palm was going to be. A lot of these rare palms, you have to buy them that big, so you can't get them anywhere else, any bigger size. I try to have as many as I can for you, but then, you got to grow them and put them in a really prominent spot and just hope for the best and cross your fingers that someday they're going to do what they're supposed to do. Hi. You want to say hello? Come here. Hi. Hi. Are you thinking I'm going to give you some food? I don't have any food. I'd have to cut some flesh off myself to feed you. That's all I have. I don't want to cut any flesh off myself. I could probably spare some, though, truthfully. Just after staying here. Look at this. There's a giant snail. That's something you probably don't want introduced to North America. Then we'll put it back where we found it. Have a snail. That's meat. Yeah, that's that beautiful palm. Please let me know what it is. I'll end with a beautiful shot of the foliage lit up from underneath. Very beautiful thing. Let's go see some more stuff. Seems now I have a walking friend. He said he wants to give me a garden tour. Show his place off here. So let's go. Let's go look at some more stuff together. All right. And here's your typical Pritchardia. Always beautiful. I'm not sure which one this is. Maybe Baccariana. Love this thing. Got a few of them at my San Diego place. And yes, we still have our tour guide. Kitty. Hi. Beautiful pink. I believe this is Alamandra. Alamandra, maybe? Okay. I'm absolutely sure this is Bougainvillea. And this one, I believe this is called Ruellia. I think. I should remember the name of this. I'm not sure if we're gonna shake this guy. What's your name? Can I just call you Tiger? Tigger? I'll call you Tigger. Let's go, Tigger. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go see some more stuff. There's all kinds of stuff to see here. Look at these gardenias. I think this is a gardenia from this part of the world. It's very fragrant. And oh look, you see, yeah, it's Gardenia tahitensis. This is actually a native gardenia. I actually have this in San Diego at my place. I thought it was from Tahiti. Oh, that's pretty cool. They got a sign there. They got a little sign. Look, let's go. You ever catch any fish here? There's lots of fish I see. Let's go see the fish. Fish are over here. There's a fish pond. And they've got regular old plumbago over there coming over the wall. We could grow that at home, no problem. There's Roya Spathacea. Lots of beautiful variegated ginger in there. Yeah. And come on, Tigger, let's go. Right next to the Tubidanthus tree, which is so pretty and artistic looking. Here it gets this black trunk. I guess it's just a little bit of mold or something that grows here. That doesn't happen in California. It's too dry. That's your typical Tubidanthus. Beautiful. We sell that plant. Does really well in the Bay Area. And flanked by the Dipsis lutescens palms is this beautiful stone. Used to be a stone, now it's a sculpture. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful turtle, sea turtle right here, with all kinds of carvings all around it. Look how pretty that is. Oh look, he's coming out of a shell. I think that's what's happening. He's hatching out of a shell, which is very appropriate because they have a swimming turtle habitat zone over here. And let's see if we can find the baby turtles. Where are they? Is that them? Where are they? Oh, they're there. Yeah, they're there. So they like let them grow in here, all protected from the predators, and they let them loose, I presume. And here's mama turtle. Right here. Hello. Oh, how are you? Isn't this a fun place? Look at this. So this is all. This used to be reef right here, I would think, and they filled it all in. They bulldozed it all, which is kind of sad. But then they built all this, which is pretty cool. So it's hard to judge what's better. They have their little baby section, so the water comes in over there, and then it filters through. There's a screen here on this bridge and one over there. So this water is sort of separated. The fish over here can't get in here. Turtle over here can't get over here. Then what happens is you have an exit point for the water over there. And also there's one hidden over here that goes underneath this little land bridge out to the sea. So it's constantly flushing the water out to keep it nice and clean for all these wonderful organisms that live here. And you get your baby pool here. And we'll go look at the artificial reef over there. Beautiful palapa hut, reminiscent of my tin sales shed at the nursery. If you've ever been there, we did it something like this. This is actually plastic. Oh my gosh, it's artificial. What? I've never seen that before. I guess it works better because the other stuff is leaking. All the palapas, they have to mop them up with the real stuff. This is, can you believe they're making fake? Oh my God, I guess you could just order anything off Amazon from China now. Can you believe it? This is real. Anyway, underneath this beautiful shade structure, you have this wonderful interpretive sign of the life of the sea turtles, which I'm sure my daughter has read every little inch of. She loves these things. And I'm gonna have to come in here and read some of it myself. But it's a great little spot to get out of the sun and learn a little bit about sea turtles. What would a tropical resort be without the stilt-rooted, variegated pandanus? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Yeah. And of course, all your coconut palms, which are truly native here, I would believe. Here's your ficus. Come on, Gary. I think it's Bengalis from Bengal, like a Bengal tiger. I'm gonna start selling this in the nursery. I love this plant so much. It's a wonderful thing, all variegated. And you can see it makes aerial roots in humid tropical environments. Doesn't really do that much where we live. But if you put a sprinkler up above it, it would. What you can do is you can actually put a drip emitter somewhere on the tree right here, and then get a pipe, put it down on the ground, fill the pipe full of sphagnum moss or even dirt, and then it will induce some aerial roots, and then those aerial roots will hit the ground. Once they hit the ground, you can take the pipe away or just let it blow the pipe apart when it thickens up, and then you have yourself an aerial rooted ficus tree, where in California it's kind of hard to do that. But it is a beautiful, 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 beautiful foliage in this plant. It makes for a wonderful indoor plant as well. Lots of wonderful tiki gods everywhere you go. I would absolutely expect that here. And now we're walking across the land bridge. Looks like a real bridge, but it's really not. There's just a couple pipes that go out over here. One thing you can do if you come here, you come over here, jump over that little wall, get down on these rocks and go for a swim out in the open ocean inside the reef. It's really nice. I did a big swim out here the other day. We're heading out of here. That's why I'm out here early this morning showing you this place. We're going to Mara. But there's that big island across the way there. And you can see here, it's really nice because you have a sand entry, which is much appreciated because there's no sharp coral until you get a little further out, which is about 3 feet. Then you gotta be careful. Then you get a little further out, it's like 10, 15, 20 feet deep. Then you don't have to worry about it. And you basically swim all the way around to the little bay where we left Tigger and get out there. There's a little ladder. And you can see these beautiful sort of huts they have right on the water. If you're more fortunate than we are, then you might be able to afford those. We're lucky to be here, just given the you know, the regular old rooms in the back. So let's take a look at the fish over here. Now we have a pipe that runs from underneath here, and it runs. I swam out. It ends up way out there. They suck water in, not just from here, but way out there, where the water's really clean. And then they suck that in, I think, with a propeller. That's probably down here somewhere. And then it comes out right here. See this pipe? This pipe right here is pushing water in. Right here. It looks like they have 3 of these things. I don't know. They only have one that's pushing the salt water. They probably realize they only need one to make it nice and clean. But yeah, then they're actually growing all of this coral. They've put these boulders down here and planted coral on it, which is really fun. And I guess the fish are captive in here now. I'm not sure if they brought them in and then let them loose, or if they opened up the pipes, let them swim in. Now they're permanently trapped. They seem to like it here. It's a giant aquarium. Don't have to worry about any big sharks to eat them. I wonder though if these fish eat each other at some point. Like this big fish right here. What is he eating? This is absolutely stunning at night. And I will cut to my night shot right now. There it is, as promised. At night. Beautiful lit aquarium. So beautiful. It is. All these fish. Here's a familiar plant from home called Duranta. And beautiful thing. Turns into a big tree. I have some big trees down in San Diego. These things naturalize in my garden in San Diego. It's kind of a nuisance. They're coming up everywhere. So I have to continually pull them out. Here is Ixora. You always see in the tropics. This will grow in Southern California a bit. Here's a nice, soft, delicate pink lantana. Hey, the gardens look great. Good job, man. There's your gardening vehicle. What a beautiful place this is. Okay. So that pretty much comprises, here's like a plant that I believe might be native here. Maybe somebody can help me with identification. This is one of these hibiscus. Most of the hibiscus that we see were brought to the islands from Asia by the seafaring Polynesians, which I have great respect for. Little boats like this, they went off on the horizon where they couldn't see anything for days and days and days and found new islands to live on. And not only that, but they were like me, they brought their box of plants with them. Taro, coconut, ginger, even ornamentals like hibiscus, just because they liked how pretty they were. Anyway, but some of the hibiscus are actually native to some of these Polynesian islands, and here's one right here. So maybe somebody could give us a hint as to which one this is. Isn't that pretty? You can see it does have like that hibiscus flower, and it does have that kind of semi-hibiscus leaf. You can see the resemblance from a regular old hibiscus. But in this case, this is a big tree. And there, so there I will leave you. The only last thing we need to see is the infinity pull bar, which is down yonder. And I will show you one last shot of that, and we'll end with that. And then maybe someday you can come here. But if you can't, at least you saw it through my eyes. and I can remember it someday when I'm really old. Hopefully not sitting in the rest home. The key is to make enough money where they won't throw you in the rest home. You say, no, gosh, dang, I'm gonna die in my own house. Dang nabbit. So I'll be watching this when I'm super old with nothing else to do. And there it is, beautiful bridge. But let's cut to that and that'll be it. And here, my friends, is the infinity edged pool bar. Or you could just swim up and go get a cerveza, which I'm about to do. Look at this, it's pretty darn cool. It's got like this little walk-in beach, and it's all sand bottom, which creates this unbelievable aqua color. A bunch of beautiful babes walking around the place right here in bikinis. There's one right there. Going in, you got the bridge crossing over, and the gorgeous Plumeria Island, flanked by a single coconut tree. Hey, don't forget to get online and look at Little Coconut Island. It's a book. My daughter wrote it, and she's in desperate need of income, so you should buy her book. Little Coconut Island, I'll put a link right here. I'll even show the cover shot. It looks a little bit like Plumeria Island. And it's a whole story of ecology of maritime islands, especially in the Pacific, and colonization of plants and animals. And there you go, time to get a drink. There's Tigger. This is Tigger's domain right here. Tigger's guarding the entrance. Permission to pass only with Tigger's approval. Is that right? You're a fun one, huh? You own this place, don't you? Don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Come visit Tigger.